What's going on, everybody? C4, and welcome to today's video, which is kind of a follow-up to my scouting guide that we released about a month ago, just under a month, where basically we just found the extremes of players in your Madden franchise mode drafts. We weren't finding just general bases, we weren't finding entry points. I was making the best of the best players that you will find, so that basically it would give you guys an idea when you're scouting your drafts. Like, if I want a running back, he needs to have at least a B+ to have any shot of being like one of those freak 80-some plus overall prospects. But today is the first day that we're getting some good hard analytics about how to view the scouting combine. And in reality, you know, some people do scout, some people auto scout, some people just don't care about scouting. They just wait and simulate right to the draft, where all you do is work off the combine grades. But credit to Nate Dogg, TheWunderWaffe on the Madden Reddit. Full credit for them. They have come out with the Madden 19 Combine Scouting Guide, and this is all based upon data that will help people really just improve everything that goes on with your scouting. You have my very first scouting guide that is going to give you the extremes. This way here, it gives you a little bit easier entry point into understanding the combine, the scores, and what kind of prospect you're going to be getting. Essentially the only thing you need to know before we kind of jump into it is that there was no broad jump. Basically from them, they said it does absolutely nothing in this year's draft. EA have claimed in the past that it influences strength, but this has been deemed false for this year. So let's jump in to the Madden 19 Combine Scouting Guide. So first, you can just see what the skill grades are going to give you in terms of a rating, from an F, which has 0 to 59, all the way up to an A+, which is going to get you a min rating of 96 with a max of 99. So this is like the grades that you get while you're scouting throughout the season for throw power, throw accuracy, trucking, carrying, and everything in between. We kind of knew most of these for the most part because of the thresholds we set in my scouting guide, but here is every individual one. Very common to see the players in the Bs, be it B-, B+, and you don't really know, is this good, is this bad? Hell, for corners in particular, you do see a lot of C+, and at least knowing the parameters, it helps you get a pretty good idea of what you're gonna get within a prospect. Then we jump into the 40-yard dash, which everyone, speed is king, and it shows you what the min and maxes are, again, to get a certain threshold. So anything under a 4.35, you're going to be getting a player with 95 speed at minimum. Very common speed times is more so the speeds between 85 and 90. So a 4.36 to a 4.49, you're getting that 90 to 94. Good to know when I do the C4 player career, I'm getting that. I'll probably have, we'll probably say C4 probably getting a 91 speed, somewhere in that range. But that's a pretty good guide. And, when you get down to the low fives, you're more so dealing with offensive linemen and defensive linemen, so that doesn't matter. When you're looking at vertical leap is for your jumping, clearly, and anything over a 40.7, you're going to get that 95 to 99, so very clutch on the occasional receiver, be it a freak of nature at tight end or wide receiver, and your defensive backs. But anything over a 35 is about, kind of the range you want to look for, because you don't want anything lower than 85 jumping. Going to the bench press, this is where it comes more so for me in offensive lineman, because pretty much anyone over a 30 is going to be pretty good grade in general. This also can be applied to defenders, but yeah, we already knew. Anything over 30, you're going to get 85 plus strength. In the 40s, when you get with the 95, I have very commonly seen anyone this year over the 92 threshold for strength, but at least once you get 34, you start dealing with that in the bench press, especially for offensive linemen. They're going to have that 90 plus strength, and they'll be pretty dang good. Going to the 3-cone drill. Now, here's where it gets a little bit more confusing. The 3-cone and 20-yard combine drills work slightly different to the rest in that they do not really correspond to one single attribute. So basically, they try to group up into the 3-cone and the 20-yard shuttle your acceleration and your agility. So there is the board. What you kind of want is pretty much anything under a 10.66. And kind of divide. Like I said, it's confusing. I'm not going to mumble my words. The whole chart is there. Copy and paste, carry that over to your scouting. And then what we're actually going to finish up here is what combine drills influence players by their archetypes. This is the biggest information for me, because there is a lot of different archetypes this year, a lot more importance on the archetypes. So as you can see, for the quarterbacks, for the scrambler is pretty much the only everyone knew this for a scrambler quarterback, pretty much the only quarterback that requires anything that you can gain from knowing from the combine. So if you did not scout your quarterback, you have no attribute grades, you're just going based on that, you better hope you're in the market for a scrambler, because other than that, you're shit out of luck. You can see there for the running backs, you pretty much need everything but the 40-yard dash time for the power backs. For the wide receivers, it's all very important, minus bench press. Tight end, all looks really good. Offensive lineman, clearly just bench press. We already know this. If you've ever watched any of my drafts, we usually just finish out, say, rounds 5, 6, 7 and undrafted by looking for high bench press offensive lineman. Defensive tackles, you're looking just for bench. Defensive ends, a combine of bench unless you're looking at a speed rusher. Outside linebacker, you pretty much want everything. Same with middle linebacker and corner. Just ignore the bench press for everyone in the back side of that front seven. So there you go, guys. That is, you probably want to be screenshotting this. Probably want to be posited out to jot down your notes to complete your scouting guide. But big shout out to Nate Dogg, TheWunderWaffe, on the Madden Reddit. There's not a whole lot of Madden YouTubers that post on the Reddit. Sometimes you'll see an occasional, not the expert, Eric Rayweather's on there from time to time. I would say I'm probably the most active YouTuber on that Reddit. It's pretty good. I mean, sometimes it's cancerous. There's a lot of people that just complain about the game time and time again, but every now and then you'll find a great post like this Madden 19 Combine Scouting Guide. So full credit to them. Go check them out, support them, and as always, if you want maybe to more so see a little bit more of this in action, go check out my very first scouting guide that we basically set the thresholds at the high end so that we know for sure, like basically seeing what the prospect will look like when he has the elite 40-yard dash time, the vertical leaps, the bench presses, so on and so forth. So if this has been any help to you, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow leaps and bounds here in Madden 19, as well as check out the Madden subreddit. Leave a comment in the comment section below if there's anything you still feel like we need to find out about the scouting and drafting system in Madden 19. And until next time, it's going to be C4 saying peace out.